If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio.
Live from Los Angeles, the Win Without Competing show with Dr. Arlene Barrow, host and creator of the Right Fit Method, the key to professional and personal success. Now, let's join Dr. Arlene.
Thank you, Virgil. Welcome to the third-year anniversary show of Win Without Competing. I want to thank my listeners for sharing their success stories after using my Right Fit method. It's exciting to finally figure out how to find right fit jobs and right fit spouses. If you have not tried my Right Fit method, this is a great time of year to try something new that works. On to Steve Jobs, a success phenomenon. When searching for a job, remember Steve Jobs. Why? He was highly creative. What about you? When you're searching for a job, are you blasting your resume from Burbank to Bombay? I hope not. To find the right fit job, you need to think divergently. Think about all the different ways you can approach employers. I want to be sure that you really understand what I mean by thinking divergently. I'm going to share stories from my own life to illustrate divergent thinking. Here we go. During the time I headed a $60 million education program for the National Cancer Institute at the National Institutes of Health, I had hoped to enlist the assistance of renowned medical researcher Jonas Salk, who had developed the polio vaccine. I knew that the medical oncologist with whom I had worked had sent several letters to Dr. Salk requesting a meeting, but they had not received a response. I decided to attempt a different strategy. When I was in San Diego attending and speaking at a professional meeting, I called Dr. Salk's office to see if I could arrange a time to meet with him. His assistant recorded my request and asked me to call back the next day, which I did. I was delighted to learn that Dr. Salk had agreed to meet with me. Little did I know that he and I would spend more than an hour together, a meeting that I will never forget. When I returned to the National Cancer Institute, my colleagues could not believe that I had met with the legendary Jonas Salk. I had done what they could not do. I picked up the phone, arranged the appointment, arrived, and spent more than an hour. He had volunteered to do a video for me in order to help me to continue to sell my educational research program. I never assume that I can't do something. I figure out what I need to achieve and proceed. I take the road less traveled. I never say that there's only one way to accomplish a task. I usually select a strategy that requires little or no waiting on my part. I call to speak with a person directly, arrange an appointment to speak or meet, or present myself in person. It's a lot easier than you think to take the road less traveled. Are you plodding along assuming that you must go through the so-called channels? Why? Enormous amounts of time are wasted waiting for responses. I have a sea of emails. Takes a long time to get through them. Why not pick up the phone and move the process along as quickly as possible? A number of months ago, I was coaching a high-level executive whom I had to convince to call the employer with whom he had interviewed to find out whether they were going to extend an offer to him. My coaching client had had the interview before I started advising him. Finally, after 2 or 3 coaching sessions, yes, it took that long, he agreed to call the employer. What did he learn? They were almost done checking his references, and that they were planning to offer him the position which he was ready to accept and eager to accept. If I had not convinced him to make the call, he might have accepted another position, which was possible because he was actively interviewing. The point is, avoid waiting as much as possible. Take charge, manage the process, and move yourself along as quickly as you can. It's all up to you. I particularly enjoy presenting myself in person. It's easy. When I learn that someone I'm interested in meeting will be at a particular event, I go to the event and introduce myself to that person. Or, by chance, I may be in a situation and suddenly that person appears. Living on the west side of Los Angeles does have its benefits. On one of my birthdays, I was walking on Rodeo Drive and spied Joan Rivers filming her television show, How'd You Get So Rich? I crossed the street, joined the crowd, and within seconds, Joan Rivers was interviewing me. She asked, "Are you rich?" I responded, "I'm prosperous. Would you like to see my bank account?" The crowd chuckled. I continued the interview. At the end, I signed release papers. Make yourself visible. Do not hide behind the veil of email. I repeat, make yourself visible. Do not hide behind the veil of email. At the beginning of the show, I said that you should remember Steve Jobs when searching for a job. I've talked about divergent thinking, which is a hallmark of creativity, and characteristically Jobs, with 300 patents to prove it. But there's a lot more to Jobs. Understanding what the consumer needs is a key component of Steve Jobs' success. What about you? Do you understand what employers are searching for when you present yourself to them? You can certainly use my pick, probe, and pitch strategy to elicit information to match to the position, but that's not enough. You must be able to read between the lines to determine what the employer really wants and needs. Matching to the unspoken, and I repeat, matching to the unspoken is essential to elicit an offer from an employer. To do that, you must read between the lines. That's what Jobs was able to do in order to create products that would excite consumers and make those products fly off the shelves. In your job search, keep in mind the following. Think different. Apple's motto. Rigidity is the enemy of creativity. My motto. Remember what Robert F. Kennedy said. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. To learn more about my Right Fit method, attend my seminars at our new address, the Tower Building, 10940 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1600, Los Angeles, California, 90024. We are located within walking distance of UCLA and off the 405 Wilshire East exit. Email Dr. Barrow, DRBARRO, at winwithoutcompeting.com for an invitation to our November seminar, How to Become the Flawless Fit. And also, contact us to sign up for our Career Solutions newsletter. Not in the Los Angeles area? Call my office to arrange for a phone consultation on how to become the flawless fit. 310-443-4277. That number will become effective October 31st with our new offices. Until then, call us at 310-441-5305. This is a crucial time of year to search. Do not nap at this time of year. Assert yourself, take charge, manage the process. Note, when you attend the seminar or arrange a consultation, you will receive my book, Win Without Competing, nominated for a Business Book Award, published in the U.S. and in India by Macmillan. To listen to more Win Without Competing radio shows, go to drbarro.com. That's drbarrow.com. To learn about my company, Barrow Global Search, Inc., visit barrowglobal.com. That's barrowglobal.com. To discover why my Right Fit method is unique, visit winwithoutcompeting.com. Memorize this trigger tip. Remember Steve Jobs when searching for a job. I want to thank you for listening to our 3rd year anniversary show. Many thanks to my assistant, Marissa Frickman, who is the engineer, for never missing a show. Goodbye for now, Dr. Arlene.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article? Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. Take control with Reputation Defender. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-811-4975 to speak to an expert.
With a VSP individual vision plan, you're the one pulling the strings. Because taking care of your eye health after retirement comes with a lot of decisions that only you should make, like choosing how to save on the lens enhancements you need, the right name brand frames for your style, and choosing your eye doctor from the nation's largest independent doctor network. Even how you enroll is up to you. Make the best decisions for your vision at the eye doctor's office, retail locations, and online with VSP individual vision plans.